Hello and welcome back to HLS Crypto. My name is Dan. Get this out the way. So, how to get ahead of 99% of people in crypto do this now. So, by now you can see that most things in life are on a cycle, right? So, the moon has a cycle that goes for its phases, full moon, half moon, all that kind of stuff, right? The seasons have a cycle. It's autumn, winter, spring, summer, it goes round and round. We have it all the time. Women have a cycle. Now, I know a lot of men probably there going, don't we know it? And that's not misogyny, by the way. Men and women are equally welcome here. And I know if women are going, I don't get moody. No, I know, I understand. It's just general, all right? It's an example. Fashion has a cycle. So hairstyles, flared jeans, flares in general, like platform shoes, everything, it comes round. They come round in cycles. Animals have mating seasons. The year has a cycle: Christmas, New Year, etc. I mean, how many people do you know, right, that Christmas Eve comes round and they start running out buying all their shop and then getting their presents and everything? Then I don't understand why. Like, why? I mean, crypto doesn't creep. Christmas doesn't creep up on you. You're not sitting there on the 21st of May and all of a sudden, bang, it's Christmas tomorrow. It doesn't happen. It's the 25th of December every single year. Yet you get some people though, and these are quite annoying people sometimes. I think you'll agree that. It's the 3rd of January and they're all like, yeah, I've got Christmas sorted out for next year, already all done. You're like, shut up, Tracy. You're annoyed by it. But they've planned it. They've planned in advance. They haven't got to worry about the rest of the year. They've done it, right? So it doesn't sneak up on you. Crypto markets also have a cycle. So what does it all have in common? It's predictable. So in theory, this should be easier to take part in, right? Nope. So the 1% of people that are successful and are wealthy have recognized this and they have seen this pattern and they plan accordingly. So I've shown you this before, but I'll show you it just again now, is that this is the cycles of crypto, yeah? So the 1%, they're buying all here, all here, all here. Same with this one. They're buying all the way along, right? Buying all the way along. The 99% of people, they're buying here. The 99% of people are buying here. So what do you think's happening here? All the 1% people are here. So if you're in right now, it's already a pretty impressive start, right? Obviously, the bull run hasn't started yet, but even so, it's still best to position ourselves as where we are. So what things do the 1% do that the 99% don't? Well, they do things that are uncomfortable until it becomes comfortable. I think that's quite key. Like in life, if you do the things that are uncomfortable, get them out the way, eventually it becomes comfortable and second nature. They understand the power of mindset. And again, it's not just about controlling emotions, but it's also about like that FOMO thing. When FOMO hits, how to deal with that mentally, how to deal with the despair and the downsides mentally. Well, they know this. They're already aware of it. They've seen this happen before. The 1% know that what they're doing is right and how they're doing it is right, and they don't have to worry. But the 99%, with all the bills, the problems, everything that exists, people like us, we do worry. But it's important. If we can get that 1% mindset, we can do really good. They have multiple income streams. They literally have multiple income streams. So they'll have like, maybe 2 or 3 businesses. They'll have like, different ways of earning capital. Now, I'll show you this as an example as well. Okay, so this is the very early videos on my channel, and you can see. I mean, ignore the Trias one in the bottom right because that's kind of an outlier. But if you look at that, 71 views, 57 views, 52 views, 21 views, 40 views, 45 views, that's low. But at the time, I'm like, wow, this is like amazing. 71 views is phenomenal. But what it does is, I mean, like obviously ad revenue on 71 views won't get you much. I mean, to be fair, ad revenue on 1,000 views doesn't get you much. But the point is that you're constantly making the steps forward. Like some of these thumbnails, all of them, they're awful. They're awful thumbnails. Some would argue that the ones I've got now are awful. Some would argue these videos are awful. Some would argue that the ones I've got now are awful. And by the way, feel free to go back and check these very initial videos and see what you think. I mean, just try not to give me too much hate because I'm still a sensitive soul. No, I'm joking. So they have multiple income streams. We've established that, right? They're very aware of who they spend the most time with. Now, you've heard this before, I'm sure, that it tends to be the top 5 people that you spend most time with. If those top 5 people are constantly discussing new and innovative ways to generate income and build a life, then you'll be the 6th. if you spend most of your time with the 5 people who are down in the dumps, despair all the time, nothing's ever going to work. They're not earning money. They're very poor, or they're not trying anything new. Then you'll also ultimately become the sick. That's a phrase, an expression, and it tends to be quite accurate. They're diversified. So as with us, we're pretty much all into crypto. As that what it is. So how to diversify in crypto is having different assets. You have some real world asset ones, some gaming coins, some finance coins, some metaverse coins, whatever sector. You're diversifying across a range. They're diversified probably in stocks, property, crypto. They've got extra different businesses that they're invested into. So, that'll obviously be the ultimate next step. But let's talk about it from a crypto point of view right now. They're hyper aware of what they spend money on. So the real top people who've got a lot of money, they're far more focused on what goes out and comes in than lots of the 99% people. So 99% people, they'll get a takeaway far more often than they really should, but that's what they'll do. Whereas you got the 1% will be going, well, I'm going to, they won't do it every single, maybe once a week or whatever. They'll actually stagger their stuff out. So things like, they're hyper aware of what they spend money on, because they think that they're always looking that if they spend $1, they want 2 or 3 back. So they're very clever in that regard. Obviously, you wouldn't get that when they're buying food, but you can see the example, right? They see money as energy and as an exchange. They don't really see it like we see it. We think that X amount of money. We're always thinking, well, that costs this and this costs that. They see it more as an exchange of value for things. Like if they buy something, they expect it to either hold value or increase. A lot of the time, everyday purchases can't be helped, but a lot of the time, the 99% tend to be more frivolous than the 1%, which is strange, but it's kind of true. It's odd. It's an odd situation, but it is real. They work hard and smart. So you might have heard this a lot of time where they go, people always just assume that because when people get wealthy that they don't have to do anything anymore, that it's dead easy, and it's not like they're not working hard for it. But the vast majority actually do. They work hard and smart. So they're working hard and they're using that money to then work smart for them. So it's not always just about how hard someone works, which you can work really, really hard. A bin man, whatever job you're currently in, you can work really, really hard and still never, ever get a level of wealth that you want. Whereas if the same bin man, the same nurse, whatever, works really hard and then uses some of that funds to then invest in other areas, that's where the smart work and smart goes, as well as working hard. So I think you need both, personally, and I think as you go through, you still need both. Now you can see how you can become a 1% person, and it's by doing the things that others won't do. So for me, I do 12-hour shifts, but I still every day commit to making a video every day. I have to do that every day because it's now a thing that I do. I have to work hard. So I work hard in multiple ways, and I think that's what everyone should really kind of try and do. Obviously, time permitting, but you got to try and make time sometimes. Will you do it? Will you do it? I don't know. Will you? Improve that income each month, and that will allow you to increase your DCA positions and add other projects to your portfolio. But how do you do that? So there are other ways. Are you going to be the person who goes and starts delivering pizzas or takeaways, or just for that extra income, that extra revenue? Do overtime in your current job. Build a YouTube channel. Do what I'm trying to do with this YouTube channel. Always look into different things you can do. Can you do it? Can you find other extra income streams, other side hustles, things that you can do? Washing a car, doing anything really, anything that would gardening. If you're good at gardening, if you're good at designing thumbnails, if you're good at art, there's Fiverr, there's Upwork, there's different things that you can sell them services on. Be hyper focused on your goals and dreams, and every day work towards them. There are no days off. No, I won't take days off. I'll take a day off when I feel I've earned one and I've achieved one and I deserve one. So being hyper focused on your goals is really important. Like really channeling into exactly what you want, goals and dreams, and every day just do something that works towards that slightly. Always thinking that. Now, I'm not going to say, meditate every day and eat loads of oranges purely only on a Thursday of each month or whatever, because although some of them things are good, I'm not criticizing people who meditate. It's a good thing to do, but it has to be part of a strategy. You know, you'll hear a lot. There's a lot of self-help kind of books that will, or YouTube videos that will say, "Oh, well, you've got to follow this precise pattern of up at like 6 a.m., meditate for half an hour, and then eat a certain breakfast." That's all well and good, but without the energy and the effort behind what you want and trying to achieve, you're just following steps, and I don't think that's going to be ultimately beneficial. Enjoy the good moments. So when good things happen, enjoy them, but don't be dwelling on the bad moments so much. And I know that's easier said than done, but the more you let the bad and then the negative stuff impact your aura, your existence, it just makes things worse. So just enjoy the good moments. The bad moments, they're there, but they've gone. You know, now move on to the next. 2025 is coming. It's a long way away. It's not a long way away, sorry. And you can still position yourself for a successful bull run and change your life. Freedom will be beautiful, but for most, they won't achieve this, and it makes me sad. But I understand the principle. Together, as we grow as a channel and as a community, let's hope that in 2025, we can be talking about the 2% club as we've doubled that 1% number. And I'll get the first round of drinks in. We'll do that. Also, by the way, the Discord community is out tomorrow. So anyone who's been waiting for that, it's going to be out tomorrow. It'll probably be announced in tomorrow's video, and there'll be a link. So I'll let you know tomorrow. I believe in you all, and I know that some of you watching this video right now are going to change your lives forever, and I can't wait to see it. Unfortunately, and this is the bad side, I also know that some won't. There's enough gains in this market for us all. There really is. And knowing how the 99% of people do things and how the 1% do things, the next step is deciding which club you want to join. And it's ultimately going to be up to you. There'll be people who can guide you in different ways. There'll be different videos. There'll be different YouTube channels. There'll be different everything. You can go and look. You can read books. You can do whatever you want. But ultimately, taking action is going to be the most important thing. And I hope that, you know, if half the people watching this video take action and have a successful life as a result, fantastic. That's great. You know, I'd rather everyone did. But, you know, you can't reach everyone. And it's just, unfortunately, a tale of life. So if you enjoyed this video, please smash the like button. I really do appreciate it when you guys do that. Subscriber-wise, we're so close to 1,800 now. So if we can get over that today, that'll be fantastic. Hoping to hit 2,000 by Christmas Day. The channel will be 4 months old officially in 4 days. So also looking forward to getting to 1,800 before that. Thank you very much. And as always, wherever you are in the world, whatever you're doing, have an amazing day. Have an amazing evening. And I'll see you tomorrow. Take it easy. Goodbye.